Stepped up to the house party, kinda faded. J's on mask on, yeah, I'm kinda basic. You stood out, Halle Berry cut, amazing, amazing. Can somebody...
You don't even know what's coming.
Hey, yo, I don't.
Whoa,
I don't know
what was going on? I
know.
just sat down.
Listen,
Welcome back to the.
Hold
We're
up.
about to talk. What was going on?
listen. He said something I can't
When
repeat.
you see a female in a coffee shop, a movie theater, a mall, walking down the street, what's your approach? What's the right approach to get the proper result?
The good question is, can we even approach anymore?
Claps to Dre, huh? I like that question.
Listen, well, I think a few years ago, no, long time ago, approaching would have been the normal thing to do. I think all of us have done that, right?
Not as much. I ain't beat.
I'll be honest with you. Leff. I stopped doing that. Why? Good question. Well,
Dre's getting ready to explain why he does not always.
I don't know if they heard the question. So Leff said, when you see a woman on the street, right? Outside. How do you approach her? Is that what you're saying, or what is your approach?
What is your approach?
Okay.
And Dre's saying that he used to do that, but he's kind of slowed down. He's no longer doing that as much.
I'll tell you honestly, I'm more like a lion where I gotta watch my prey. Call it what you want. I can't just approach. I gotta see how you're moving. I gotta see which direction you're going, because if it's the direction that I don't want to go in, I'm not going. So I gotta watch you, right? So when I watch you and I see what I like, if I see what I like, whatever, then I will think of something that will cause you to have a dialogue with me.
So what you're saying is looks themselves are not enough. You're looking not just for...
Well, looks is very important, or is enough in a sense.
What are you looking for to make you, as you're lying, and you say you're
Physically.
lying? Okay.
Physically? Well,
let's get into it. This is what, hold up. This is what Leff wants to talk about. Titties and ass. That's what he said.
We
Leff
get
is
views
here.
when we talk about.
What's going on? I don't know what's happening right now.
Well, listen, we just running the show, bro.
So the question, all right, well, I mean, me personally, I love a woman that has curves. No, not that kind of curves, okay?
What you mean?
There's a difference between, and I'm going to keep it 100. There's a difference between having curves and being curvaceous than just being like thick and like no shape, like Robotnik from like Sonic the Hedgehog.
He said Robotnik?
What's
Is that even a word?
It's a
Robotnik?
character.
I know you're talking about robotic.
Yeah, so you know
It
what
was
I mean.
all right.
SpongeBob. Correct. Is there any more, fellas? What? All right, boom. Let me flip it back. Question.
Wait, you asked the question.
You don't even know what's going on.
Leftway is
wait.
our friend, amazing engineer artist who's joined us for these episodes, and he's feeding us questions to talk about on this show. Listen, man.
So hold up. Hey, yo. So hold on. No, the real question is, what stops you guys from approaching a girl?
That's not the question.
What was the question?
But you ask.
The question is, what's your approach when you see an opportunity?
Guess what's your approach? 'Cause I pretty much said mine already.
You're the one that's on the show.
You want to, bro?
You on there too? Now you ask the question. What's your approach, bro?
That's the question, the answer that y'all need. I'm a fan. I'm a fan. I just want to know Dre.
He doesn't want to say.
I don't do no approaching, man.
Why you don't approach, bro?
Most people that I've dated or come across I've been around work, or in some capacity they've been around me, and they begin to like my personality or how I carry myself, so on and so forth. So I don't. It's very rare. I can count on one
AKA,
hand.
he's saying I'm that dude. I don't
What?
got to approach. Hey,
I did not say
my
that.
personality,
But I appreciate that,
my
bro.
charm, and me being me makes women attractive.
I didn't say all that. I said I'm not approaching. If I see a chick out,
how do you get 'em?
Well, I don't. I just told you, most of the women that I've dated, I've known or I've worked with in some capacity. They got to know me as a person, and that's it. Like now, I will say this,
What?
if I've approached a woman, and the times I have, how can I put this? Because I'm not scared of rejection, but I don't like to do things like most guys do.
I don't like rejection. I'm gonna just give it. I don't like rejection.
Well, I don't mean. Here's my thing. I try and do things differently. When I have done that in the past, it's simple things like, hey, I just want to come over and say, absolutely beautiful. That's all I just wanted to say. And then, well, thank you. And then walk away and leave them with like, oh, there was nothing more. He wasn't.
So you want to drop a seed?
I dropped.
Pause.
Huh?
Yeah. Actually, no, that's not a pause. Drop a seed.
Drop the seed.
Yeah.
That's it.
And
if I never, and maybe I will see them again, and that'll open up an opportunity. But because I think too many times, men go too hard, too soon. I said pause.
That's crazy.
I said pause. Okay? I said pause before I said it. Okay?
You did.
But you have to. You can't
be easy.
You be easy. Simple as that. It's okay to open the door. It's okay to give a compliment and not ask for the number right away. A little bit of just leave them wanting a little bit more.
So the question is, though, I think, or for some men, is knowing the right woman to do that for, or knowing how to vet a woman enough where there are some women that want you to be, how can I
aggressive?
say? Aggressive in a way. And then there's some women that don't want you to be aggressive. And then, you know what I notice? If you got enough money, it really doesn't matter.
That's the truth.
I short, tall, fat, ugly, skinny,
You got
whatever.
the bread.
If you are decent enough, and you can make her feel comfortable enough where she knows that you are not worried about anything. In fact, your confidence is built on the fact that you can take care of things. You're good, my nigga. Excuse my language. You're good, my gentleman.
Yeah, but there's, we know the stats. Not a whole lot of people have a whole lot of money.
In fact, what is that, like 11% of the
don't have a
American
whole lot of
population
money.
that
But what
I'm
I'm saying is, gentlemen, that I think you'd have in certain situations you'll have more success
when you
leave it open. And I think it seems more genuine, authentic. I think clearly if you're saying, hey, I just want to come over and say very attractive, amazing, that's it, and one anything, clearly they know you're attracted to them. But sometimes, not all the times, leaving it open-ended like that can leave more of an impression. It can be more impactful. Huh? Mm-hmm. Like that? Impactful. It can be more impactful than, hey, yes, I saw you across the room. I just want to come over. Do you have a number, so on and so forth? That can work too. There's books on it. There's guys that, tell you how to start a conversation and remember what they said, all that stuff. There's different ways to go about it.
I think if, I don't know if they can hear me or not, but I do think it's a time and a place. Like, if I know I might not see this girl again,
you got to go for it.
I might have to be a little more aggressive because who knows if we're going to see her again. But if I know I'm going to see this girl again, like if a girl works in the building or something like that, I think persistence.
Yeah, but
is,
over time, you build up. Yeah,
that's when you can do that. But I think just randomly just seeing a girl, I think you would have to be a little more aggressive.
Absolutely.
And find a unique way to approach her to where she feels comfortable enough, where it could be some type of exchange.
I agree.
I'm gonna change this whole shit up. Excuse me. Women don't like nowadays because the internet has allowed men to be able to be rejected in a different way. So back in the day, if I wanted a number from a girl and we go out, it's all about, getting numbers. Who can get the most numbers? We don't play that game no more. I mean, we're grown men. But anyway, for the most part, we don't do that no more. Now, the majority of people are meeting through online apps and services, whatever, right?
Okay, yeah.
So what I've gathered is a lot of women don't like it because they're not getting the organic feeling of being able to be approached by a man, and whether they reject him or not, that takes away their options or their, I don't know what word, but it takes away something where they feel that they don't have the, I don't know if the upper hand or the leverage.
You don't have the upper hand.
Exactly. But
I mean, I guess they do.
Men, they don't. They used to, but they don't anymore. If you really ask women, majority of them don't like this online dating.
How do you guys feel that all men can do is present
So Leftway asks, how do we feel all men can do is present our best offer, best package that we have, but ultimately the women choose if we're suitable for them. Is that am I understanding? Did I explain that correctly?
That was correct. Yeah.
Okay. How do I feel about it? I don't feel no kind of way about it. I think that's the way the world works. And as men, we have a responsibility that we shouldn't run from. Like, that's the way of the world. Man, it's the strongest, survival of the fittest, right? It's like, you know what I'm saying? Survival of the fittest. Who has more smarts? Who's more presentable? Who has more money? These are things. That's just the way of the world. If you're a man and you're crying about that, get away from me. Level up, huh? I don't hear nobody.
Yeah,
if you level up, like listen. I'm all about holding people accountable, and far from chauvinistic or whatever you want to call it. Far from that. I believe in holding men accountable. Men be men. That's the way of the world. That's just the way of the world. So I don't feel any kind of way about it. If you want to be accepted, there's certain things you can't change, your appearance and things like that. But if you know, like I know, like he said, get money, get educated, get influence, get power, get wealth, and it don't matter.
You'll be good.
So don't sit.
But for all the guys that don't think like that, let's get back to the regular guys.
Hey,
the majority.
Listen, I don't know nothing. I'm just trying to give y'all.
No, you, and they need that. They need that. But they're the regular guys that they're like, listen, I would love to think like that, but they don't do it.
Well, you got to.
You know
Renew
what
your
I mean?
mind.
Because
it's in the book.
On the other flip side, you know, like I was saying before, you know, a lot of these dudes don't like rejection. I'm one of them, right? Even though I used to question, like, shit, why I gotta approach her? If she like me, won't she approach me? But guess what?
It's not the way of the world, bro.
It don't work like that.
It don't work like that.
But guess what? Things are changing, and they don't like it.
What you mean?
Well, I just told you.
You just told me things are changing. I'm asking you to explain
I'm
that.
about to tell you. I'm gonna explain it again. Like the internet, the online thing. Like, for example, I used to hear females say, "Oh, you can send 20 messages to it's the same thing. Hello, how you doing?" to 20 different girls, right? It's all about numbers, right? And a lot of women don't think that's genuine. Hey, you can find another one. Oh, if I don't like this one, or she's not doing this, I could just go back online and find another 20
How's that
women.
different from what they do? Most women at any point.
That's why I'm saying they lost their leverage.
It's leveling the playing field, if you ask me,
But
because
they don't like that.
every woman, even women in relationships, have numbers in their phone at any moment that they can call. They want to go out on a date and get some food. There's a man that will take them out on a date,
This
even
is
though
true.
they're in a relationship.
This is
They
true.
want sex, so it levels the playing field because women have options consistently.
But you know
So
what?
why are you mad that a man can send 20 different messages out to 20 different
Just
women
like anything,
and
You
probably
would like
have most of them say
what
no?
you want to have the upper hand and leverage?
I ain't worried about no
it's
upper hand
your
and
own
leverage,
thing.
bro.
But listen, hold on. That kind of makes me bring up another topic before we get out of here. So I met a young lady online, right? And on the phone, she's telling me how when she goes out, men don't approach her.
Okay.
All right. And you know, I'm talking this shit. You're pretty. Why wouldn't guys think that way? You know, telling what she wants to hear. Whatever. You're pretty. You're attractive. But I really don't understand why wouldn't guys approach you? You seem like you're an attractive woman. Fast forward. I get a chance to meet her. And my question is now answered. Why you don't get approached? Well, you don't get approached because your attitude stinks. You don't get approached because your face is screwed up. You don't get approached because you probably don't hold yourself in a certain standard that will be feminine enough for me to even be attracted.
But they don't like
to
that word, bro.
Right?
They
I'm
don't,
not. I'm
they
just.
don't, I'm not. I'm saying they.
I'm
Some
just-
women don't like that word feminine.
Listen.
What is feminine?
It is. Well, listen. You know, before we even get to that topic, this young lady just happened to be in my presence, and I was able to. I would love to tell her, like, "Man, now I understand why guys don't approach you, because I'm right now talking to you. I'm completely turned off by everything. Like, you only care about yourself. And this word narcissistic and always being thrown around, and I'm like,
Yeah, loosely.
the people that use the words
Are the
to
ones-
express the negative about other people
Are the
the
people that-
ones are
Yep.
that. I'm
I
like,
agree.
how does that make any sense? But you know, you can't tell her that. In fact, the only way I can explain herself to herself, if that makes any sense, is to put myself in the shoes, to say, you know what? I find that I do these things wrong, and the only way I can help her, say, to understand what I wanted her to understand is by putting myself as the victim. You see what I'm saying? Because she only understands the victim role. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna have to play the victim. And when I did that, all of a sudden the light bulb came on. Oh, maybe. And I'm like, I had to do all of that for you to see. But anyway, the woman is not approachable for the simple fact that you are really a nasty person, and no one can tell you that.
Dre will.
No, but that's the thing. I didn't tell her.
Why didn't you?
That's not my place.
You've been charged by God.
No,
you feel it strongly about
You
it.
know what I realized? I wanted to.
Okay.
I wanted to.
Okay.
But something that's not your place. She's going to find out sooner or later if she hasn't already. And I really think she's finding out because she is alone.
But alone in what way? Because some women don't define
she's-
alone. They
she's
can get a
not
man. They can get somebody in their bed.
Okay, yeah,
so what's her definition of alone?
Excuse me. She can get
We got it.
the third leg from a man. Hey, yo. I can say that.
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Yes, it is. She can get that. But she can't get a relationship.
Came over.
And that's what she wants. So,
Well, no, but I've heard it said before that women control.
sex and men control relationship. At the end of the day, I would tell her, listen, we both want what we want, but one wants one more than the other. You want a relationship more than I want sex from you. So who has the leverage here? I do. No,
The sinister laugh, bro.
I was just playing. You gotta be a little you gotta be the bad guy sometimes.
Leff
But
wants to be controversial.
I'm saying you gotta be. What?
That's crazy.
Leff said that's crazy.
It is, bro. I mean, why you never heard that, Leff?
That's it right now.
What, that men control sex? I mean, control relationship and women control sex?
Yeah, I don't know how we control relationships.
Well, all right. For every woman that you've been around, did they just want sex from you?
No,
What do they want?
more
Which is
A relationship.
potentially.
relationship, right?
Sure.
Now, if that woman didn't want a relationship, but she was willing to give you sex, would you continue doing that?
Checkmate. That what you want to hear? Huh?
No, I'm just saying. It is what it is. At the end of the day, a woman, she's not, she wants sex. She probably wants
They
more
do.
sex than you do.
They do.
But she would rather have a relationship more than the sex.
What about a woman?
Are
Can
we
turn the
outlier?
tables
There's
on you
exception.
gentlemen?
Huh?
What about a woman can turn the tables of that scenario on y'all to make you want the relationship?
That never happened with me. Never.
Listen, feminine.
Never. Never.
I think just like setting yourself apart genuinely from the women that are out here. Not just how you look, but how you speak about certain subjects,
Your mentality.
your mentality. That is what would cause someone like myself or Dre, I want to speak for myself, to consider a relationship. Because it's like finding a needle in a haystack. So when you find a female whose mindset is not just me, and realizes that we got to work together, we build together. I want to honor and respect my husband as he honors and respects me. I don't mind doing these things for him. Yes, as a woman, I would like certain things, but I plan on finding a man who just naturally wants to take care of me to the best of his ability. Until he can get to that place solely, I'm here to support him and help him, but I wouldn't attach myself to someone at long term who didn't even have that mindset. But I don't have to walk around just screaming at everybody. Those are the kind of women that you want to find. And when you find them, they don't walk around. They don't necessarily say that out way, but you can tell, right? Real respect's real.
Listen, I'm a little different. I'm sorry, bro. I guess I'm a little too negative. But,
Dealing with difficult lovers, most of these niggas undercover. More like Reagan brothers. Anyway, got a text from Dre. Told me to get dressed and be on my way. Yeah. Pulled up to the scene with it. And I'm super clean with it.